Hello everybody, this is Christian from the Architect channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create an exploded 3D diagram inside of Revit. So let's jump right into it. So we're going to go up to the ribbon and create a brand new 3D view. And once we're in there, we're going to be hiding these annotation elements because they just tend to get in the way. And I'm going to be turning on a shaded view so it's easier for you guys to see. Then we're going to go to our elevations and just make sure that we have our levels set up properly, because that is kind of essential. Well, not essential, but it's nice to have, because you can right click this cube, click orient to view, floor plans, and then we can isolate our model on a per floor basis. So I'm going to be selecting ground floor, and now you can see that it shows everything on my ground floor. Ironically though, I am missing my ground floor. This is because I have a split level building, so I just need to click the section box and lower it a little more. And now that it shows everything, we can hide this section box. And what we're essentially going to do is just select this whole floor, group it, and then move it up or down to have that white space between each floor to get that diagram effect. But we can't just simply select everything and move it down, because if we have walls that are connected from level to level, the walls will just expand and move along with the floors. What we're going to have to do is actually select this Displace Element tool. And what that does is it groups the floor. As you can see, everything's in a group now, but we have this new axis where we can start moving things around. So that is essentially what we're going to be doing for each floor. I wouldn't mess with these yet. I wouldn't move those around yet. I suggest doing the other floors first. So let's do that real quick. And something you may notice on your end for your model, it might not light up right away. That means there's something in here that's constraining it. It could literally be anything. But what I suggest is just selecting one element of the floor, and you can add that to the group. And after you created that group, you can hit edit, make sure you're on add, and just select everything else. This way it'll automatically exclude anything that is causing issues. Then you can hit finish, and as you can see, we have a nice group right there as well. Go to orient to view, floor plans, and I have one more floor, which is the roof. And I'm going to be doing that as well. You see it's not highlighted, so I'm just going to be selecting an item here and doing the same exact process that I did on the second floor. All right. And now I have my third floor done, as well as my second and first floors. We can turn that section box on again and expand this up and down a little so I can see everything in my model. And now we have, well, it looks exactly the same, but now it's split into nice little groups. Oh, you didn't hear that voice crack there. But now we can start messing around with this. And I'm just going to move these really high up, because a lot of times when we make these groups, there are some items missing. So I just want to make sure our model isn't missing any items. Okay, and it is missing a few things. And our first floor looks a little funky. So let's deal with that first. All we have to do, I'm just trying to line it so it's nice and even. You can click on that group, click edit, and then you can click remove, and I'm just going to remove anything above that first floor right there. You can click finish, and you may have noticed that it moved down here. This is kind of the island of misfit toys of geometry. Most of it is ceilings, or our ceilings, and stuff connected to the ceilings like lighting. We are going to want to leave those there, but there are some furniture that didn't get added for some reason. I think that belongs to the second floor, so we're going to click on the second floor, click edit, and all we have to do is add this furniture right back in by doing a simple click. Boom, boom, boom. And all of this other stuff is ceiling related, so I really don't think we need it. So we can hide this. Don't worry, it's always going to be there later if we want to edit it in the future. But now we have our 3 levels. And something that I want to show you real quick, because this model happened to be perfect for this scenario. But if you got a wall, I might turn that section box off so you can see the full wall. And if it's connected if it goes through multiple floors, now you can see this wall is connected from the first floor, and it goes, or it's connected from the ground level, it goes to the first floor, and it goes all the way up to the second floor. If I tried adding that to the first floor, all I have to do is click that, hit finish, you can see that it doesn't stop at the first floor. So if you have a model that is very reliant on this feature of using floors or walls or curtain walls that go up through multiple levels, this may be an issue for you. Nothing we can't fix though. All we have to do is remove, click finish, and we can just move this back from ground floor to first floor. And a little trick that I do is I copy it and I paste and align to selected views. So I think that's the right floor. So it's just right on top of each other. And now all we have to do is go back in there and add the wall for the first floor. And now we can go into the second floor and add the walls for the second floor. And it's kind of tedious, I'm not gonna lie. My model is very helpful in the fact that it doesn't have a lot of floors and it doesn't have any levels or walls or curtain walls that go through levels. But this is just something to note and how to fix it when that happens. So I'm just going to undo all this stuff real quick and get back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, so essentially this is it. This is it. We can make it look all pretty now, which is my favorite part. To get a true isometric view, you can click these corners, but I usually like to go a little lower. You know, that doesn't look too bad. You can move these apart more. I suggest moving them an even amount apart because this Z-axis is what is changing every time I move these. So let me keep this one at, let's say 1000. We can put this one at 25,000 and 1,000, 25,000. That's a difference of 15,000. So I'm going to make this 40,000, right? Oh, 2,500. Oops. Architects are never good at math, they say. But that should... Dude, what is wrong with me? What am I doing? I'm cooked. I'm washed. I haven't made a long video in a while. Okay, but there we have it. They're all evenly apart. We can move this around. We can orbit to find that dream angle. I think this looks pretty good right now. But now we can make it look all pretty. So I'm going to change this to a hidden line view. And I'm just going to type VG for visibility graphics. You can also go to view, visibility graphics up here. And I'm going to type floors or just floor. And let's make a pattern out of this. So I'm going to do red because I'm feeling red. And maybe let's add a concrete pattern to this as well. Okay, apply, okay. And something seems to be wrong. Where's my pattern? ¿Por qué no los dos? Where's my pattern? Okay, let me go back into this. Okay, I think I just reversed this. So I will make this a concrete pattern. Gypsum wallboard, where art thou? Make this gray. And of course you don't have to copy these colors verbatim. I'm just seeing what looks good. Make this a solid fill. Okay, apply, okay. Okay, and there we have it. We have our floor, that's a pink color, and we have some texture to it. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't want to waste your time doing design work, but I'm happy with that. So one other thing you might want to add, some walls as well. I'm just going to do a regular fill pattern. Same red color, gonna go really light, almost white at that point. Just want to have a little differentiation. And that doesn't look too bad. I think the floor could be a little darker, but this is a nice, simple diagram. All of the actual modeling or details is white. Ground is hot pink and the walls are regular pink. So pretty easy. If you want to actually do different colors for each floor, what's the best way to go about that actually? You know what? Little life hack. I'm just going to select floors, hit invert, and deselect that. There we go. Okay, that'll work. And I'm just going to hit tab a few times because you want to make sure you're not selecting the displacement set, but you want to actually select the floors. Now you can right click that, hit override graphics and view, and this time by element because we're overriding the category that we already set. And for the background, we just want to do a different color. And I think I'll try orange. Yeah, that'll look good. Yeah, orange. Doesn't look too shabby. And I'll do the same thing with the roof up here. Am I under the displacement set? Yes, I am. I'm going to hit tab. And now I can click and hit override graphics view by element. And I'm thinking I should do yellow for this. So we have a little gradient going upwards. I think that'll look cool. And notice that I didn't change the foreground pattern, so it will keep that diagonal wood-looking floor that we got earlier. So now after that, we can unhide all of that. And it doesn't look too bad. These walls are still pink, so maybe we should change that as well. I'm just going to hit tab over that and hit, what am I going to hit? Select all instances and entire project. And it seems like these walls are different properties, so I'm going to hold control to select that wall as well, do the exact same thing, and just keep doing that until you think that all of them are selected. Okay, and it looks like all of them are selected on that floor, so what I'm going to do now is hold shift and undo the selections down here and up here, so we just have the middle floor. And once again, we're going to do an override by element and create an orange or a light orange wall. And I think that looks good. Okay, apply okay. Honestly, should have gone a little lighter. Rookie mistake. But let's finish this. Honestly, kind of looks like Neapolitan ice cream. Man. But it doesn't look that bad. So a few more things that we can do to spice this up. If you just click on any of these, honestly, click on any of the displacement groups, you'll see that this path icon is up here. And what this does is like it drags a dashed line down all the way to the bottom of the model, or all the way to the top. It just depends where you click on it. Just use these sparingly. Too many of these could make it hard to read, especially this one, I think. I think that one makes it, you know what? Let me just go simple here. And I don't think that looks too shabby. But obviously use them. Don't use too many or else it becomes difficult to read. As you can see, it doesn't go all the way down to, it doesn't connect to the first floor. Surprisingly, it connects to the hidden model that we have over there. So I might just move this by hand to try to make it match the best I can. So what is this? I moved it from 1000 to about 500. So I'm just going to subtract 500 from each of these to keep them equidistant from each other, but have that base point lowered. 3500, and you'll see that it lowers along with it. And this, it's starting to come together. I'm starting to cook, guys. I'm starting to cook. A few things we still can do. I like to add some text, model text, first floor. Don't need to hit enter, just gotta hit OK. Click there. Okay. Why is my text always hiding from me? I'm gonna click a new work plane. Let's put it over here. I'm going to click rotate so we can rotate it 180 degrees so we don't have to read upside down. And I'm just going to try to place my text in this corner right here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to copy me either. I'm just playing around, seeing what looks nice. I think we need to make this text a little bigger first. Make sure to duplicate. Make sure to duplicate. Have too many bad things happen from not duplicating. And let's do 600 to see what that looks like. First floor, sheesh. It's a bit big. What about 200? Do 1/3 the size, apply OK. And that's not too bad. It almost lines up with the whole entire floor. Let me just lower it a little so it's more readable. And I don't think that looks too bad. I'll copy that upwards. And still, I'm not being very precise. I'm just trying to get the point across. You can add text, you can add other models, other items. You can make it look as fancy as you want. I kind of don't like how it's going over this line right here, so I'm going to edit type and make it a tiny bit smaller, perhaps 190. Apply OK. Okay, that doesn't look horrible. Move it a little bit upwards as well. 50, I don't even know what unit that is. I'm gonna move it 25 down. go halvesies on it. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too shabby. I'm gonna get that angle right. It's kind of too steep for me, honestly. I'm gonna move this a little down. Maybe 1500. Move it down another 15 or 500. And this one will be 1000 because it's counting for two differences now. And now I just have to move the text to 500. And this one gets an additional 500. See, it's pretty easy to edit, make changes. You know, now I think I overdid it, ironically. But of course, you can do these fine details after the fact. One last thing I want to show you is just shadows. This kind of looks a little cursed right here. To turn that off, you're going to unselect ground plane at level. Now look a little better. I kind of don't like how our model text is getting shadows as well. So I'm just gonna play around with this a little. Try some different angles and see if any of these help. 180 is not bad. Could be better though. 270. Let's go with 270. Obviously don't have to copy me. I'm no genius. Obviously I made my model look like a ice cream cone. But I do have some knowledge. So stay tuned for more epic videos like this. But what am I doing in here? Lighting. I wanted to turn shadows down, sun up. So it's just subtle or more subtle. I might do intervals of 75 because I like patterns. And look at that. Ain't that beautiful?